Alright, welcome to another episode of Getting Better at Motocross. If you don't know, this is a series where I'm giving myself 1 hour or two 30-minute motos on motocross tracks to try and improve my skills. This is the first time seeing the track, and this is Martin MX by Mr. Hearn himself. The dude is an absolute legend in this community, and I am so happy to have another track from him. The other day I was actually just looking and saying, we haven't gotten a track from him in a while, so pleasantly surprised. But I am back on the 450 Yamaha. That's just the bike I'm most comfortable with. It's kind of one of those things, you get comfortable on a bike, and why change it up, Looking at the mini map over there in the corner, this track has a lot of turns, it looks like. And it looks like he's got some ruts in the corners and stuff, which is good because that's what I need to learn, is getting in those ruts and staying in the ruts. So I enjoyed doing the first part. One thing I got to learn is to turn. I enjoyed doing the first part of this. One thing that I learned, and I think it'll be another situation, is doing long runs like this is very mentally taxing. In Supercross the races are much shorter, but with motocross, man, you're doing 30-minute motos, and I think you can see it in real life on the riders' eyes and their faces, man. When they're done with a 20-minute Supercross, yeah, they're tired and everything, but you put them on a moto track for 30 minutes, those dudes are exhausted. And the first episode, I was very mentally drained by the end of it. So but so far, man, this track, this would be a fun track to ride in real life, to be honest. And I would probably be creeping around with some training wheels or something, but I believe we're coming up on the finish line here. Looks like 220.9. Alright, we are at the end of the first moto here, and it has been a long 30 minutes. If you are seeing the insane amount of dirt and dust on my screen and you go, well, what the world is going on here? That's called greed. When you're in a 30-minute moto, you got to pace yourself on the tear-offs, and I did not. So I ran out of tear-offs at like 20 minutes in, and now I get to deal with this. Which is, it's part of the learning thing, but yeah, as you see so far, my best lap was a 2:08.7, and so very good progress from my first lap out. Now, which that was more of a sight lap and trying to learn the track, but I'm feeling a lot more comfortable on the track now. There's things I'm learning about the track, and different ways of doing things. So I feel like I'm learning to just commit more. One of the things that I've always been timid about, especially with motocross, is the ruts, and I'm looking at the ruts and worrying about going over them or blowing through them and things like that. Well, just commit and go for it, man. Like that's kind of what I'm learning, and I think that it's serving me well so far. I mean, obviously, my best lap right now is a 2:08.7, and my ideal is a 2:07.2. So that's what, 13 seconds faster than my first lap out. I think that's an improvement. All right, this is about halfway through the second moto, and my ideal time right now is a 2:03.2. I believe that's what that is, 2:03.3, and my best time is a 2:05.4, and I'm tickled pink right now because I did not expect to be running these type of lap times after the first lap or two, and but I don't want to get too cocky. I'm just learning so much doing this, guys, and I'm having a good time doing it. And I think part of it is that I'm enjoying the process. Well, not that, but I think I'm enjoying the process of learning something new. It's keeping the game fresh for me, and I've played hundreds of Supercross tracks in the last 9 months or so, and basically this is my second motocross track that I've played. So it's this is so much fun, man. And one of the things that my brain thinks about is, if you see my shorts, I put out shorts where I do crazy big jumps, transfers, things like that. Well, things that my brain thinks about is, well, if I hit that jump there, can I make it to that landing? My brain, it's always looking for weird stuff like that. And so stay tuned. I think I've got an idea on that. But I'm making some mistakes, but I'm learning from those mistakes, I think. And my average lap time is a lot lower. Average lap time is about a 2:07, 2:08. Sometimes I get a little higher than that, but yeah, I'm loving this, man. And this is a fun process. I think I learned a lot in the first one about gearing up instead of down. Now this track is a bit faster paced than the other track, but yeah, I'm keeping the bike in third more to let it lug just a slightly bit more, and what that does is it keeps the back wheel from spinning. And as I said in the first one, loud does not necessarily mean fast all the time. So, and I think that's how you see guys like Jet. I mean, people talk about it all the time. Like when Jet flies by in real life, you don't hear his bike. It's super quiet. In relative terms to everybody else, like it's going to be a world of difference with Deegan and Jet this year. Deegan is in your face, loud. And that's how their personalities are too. They ride how their personality is, and Jet's typically a more timid, calculated, quiet, whereas Deegan is just like full throttle, get through it, boys. And I'm excited for that, but I am absolutely loving this process, man. Herrin did such a phenomenal job with this track. I cannot say enough good things about it. And let's see what we got coming around here to this last straightaway on here. Focus. Get the heck out of here. A 2:04.5 with a ideal of 2:02.4. Shoot. Jeff from the future, guys. I got greedy, and I was not able to beat my best lap time of a 2:04.5. So that's something else I learned here. Don't chase the time, just chase consistency. And hope you guys are liking the series. I know I am. And as always, God bless.